So next up, I want to talk about this feature of folding that comes with a lot of code editors, Atom included. And folding allows you to collapse and expand blocks of code. Often you'll expand entire functions, but you could also pick arbitrary blocks of code that you want to hide. And what that allows you to do is more easily navigate through your code because you could keep these blocks of code collapsed. And it allows you to concentrate more because you see less code on your screen and you could really just focus on what you need to. Now, luckily in Atom, we have some great shortcuts that we could use for code folding, and we'll go ahead and take a look at those now as we hop back into Atom. Okay, so here we are back in our editor, and I'll show you the first way to get some default folding here is notice that if I hover over the beginning of any code block, in this case a method declaration, that I see a little down arrow, and I could click on that. And then at the end of the line, I see a ... This tells me this is now collapsed. Notice that it also goes from line 31 to 39. So that tells us that there's something there. And I could just click on this again to expand it. Now, as you're typing, it's a little awkward and finicky to try to do that every time. So we could use the helpful shortcut of Command Option and then opening bracket to close it, and then a closing bracket to open it. So again, that's Command Option bracket, and I could simply toggle this entire block of code. And if I got into some code that was a little bit more complex, notice now that I'm in 2 layers deep. If I do that, it's just going to collapse this one section, and if I keep doing it, it will keep collapsing up until it gets to that top level. Now it's not going to, if I just come into a blank space, collapse all of my code. I'm trying the shortcut now and it's not working. But if you're inside of an area, you can go ahead and collapse it. So one of the ways you could use this is as you're writing new methods and your code begins to get bigger and bigger, you could simply collapse the methods that you've already written and you know are working well, and that would allow you to just focus, for example, on the ones that aren't. And then as you begin scrolling through your code, I'll give you an idea here of what that could look like. Notice that this is a little bit cleaner. I could see the methods easily, and I could see what's expanded. So there you go. That is folding inside of Atom. And again, it's Command Option and then opening and closing brackets to do that with the shortcut.